All right, people. So we're starting it back up. We're gonna kind of wing this, okay? I do got a couple of slides up and whatnot, but I'm not really sure how they're gonna flow, okay? Um, we're just gonna do what it do, okay? So give me just a moment, and we're gonna get it going because I think I'm gonna need my hands to go over here to these slides and stuff. Give me just a moment. I'm trying to get this thing done, people. Right now it's 12:44, and I've been sitting here for quite a while. So I'm trying to. Man, it would be nice to get this project done today, but you know, I don't know if I can or not. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can. Don't think I'm gonna do another video after this one though. Bruh. I gotta follow the spirit, man. I can't be over exhausting myself. Alright. I give my all in what I've been given to give. Okay? So let's go ahead over here.
Everything is seen as normal when it is not normal. It is upside down and freaking backward. Like, good is being called evil, and evil is being called good. It's absolutely asinine. And then people are not seeing clearly. Because the wicked has created Pleasure Island. So now, no matter what you want in your carnal flesh, you can get that as long as you get money. So they have made money God. They have made God money. Like, that's what they did. And so now, and you even got the freaking religious people, the pastors, all of these religious freaking leaders set themselves up in authority. And they're misleading the people into this prosperity gospel. Like, God wants you prosperous. Like, bruh.
Alright. now we probably gonna play some of this back again. Alright? But we're gonna deal with this, okay? So this is seen as normal, people. Alright? This is seen as so normal that I'm looked at as crazy and a dreamer because I am aware that those who established the economic system did not create the earth. Okay? Therefore, they don't own the earth in order to establish an economic system. Okay? I did not create this, me. So clearly, there's other people out there that understand this. All right? Clearly, there's other people out there that understand we should not be paying to live upon the earth in which we were born, seeing as how the creation of the earth didn't cost anything. Okay? So, in this world that I was born in, normal is getting dressed in clothes that you buy for work and driving through traffic in a car that you are still paying for in order to get to the job you need to pay for the clothes and the car and the house you leave vacant all day so that you can afford to live in it. Alright? And you're doing this the majority of your life, at least 5 days a week. All right, 8 hours per day. So you only get 2 days in the house in which you're paying to live in it. Okay, without having to do all of this rat race. And then on one of them 2 days, you're probably grocery shopping, all right, or doing all of the things that you want to do. So you're still having, bruh, this is not the life that we were created to live, okay? No, this is the system that was erected and created by the wicked, okay? I'm sorry that you can't see it. But the time for demonizing and stigmatizing people like me is over. All right? We're exposing how this reality is asinine and how good is being called evil and evil is being called good. Okay? So, stealing water to sell because you're stealing, you stole the resources of the earth, took control. Okay, so those that set themselves in authority, they took control of the springs. All right, they took control of the natural resource of water upon the earth. Literally stole it from the indigenous people who were the caretakers of the earth. All right, they stealing it and now they're selling it. All right? That's legal. But it's illegal to try to get around their system of having to pay them for our natural resource. It's illegal to collect rainwater to use. Killing people with prescription drugs. That's legal. All right? But curing people with plants, they made that illegal for a long time. And only now, after they got control over all the cannabis and they're able to genetically modify it and all of that, now they made it legal. Okay? Letting people starve to death, all right, is legal. Okay? But feeding starving people, oh, they made this illegal. They started locking people up for feeding the homeless. All right? If you people cannot see that you live in an evil ass system, I can't help you. But if you can actually see that you live in an evil ass system, controlled and dictated by wicked people, if you can see that, you need to go the extra step and find out how these people got on top. Okay? Because once you go that step, you'll be led to the children of light to give you that clarity and understanding. Because them people did not always have the wealth and the resources of the earth. I hope you're beginning to hear me. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man. Okay? So we were all born into this economic system established by the wicked. And we were all taught that we must earn money in order to live our life upon earth. We were taught that this is normal. Okay? The scriptures tell us that we cannot serve both the living power and money. But yet this is all we're taught within this reality, that we must work for money in order to live our life upon the earth. And then we're given religion. All right? And the pastors are teaching a prosperity gospel that is all about the money. God wants you prosperous. God wants you prosperous and all of this, okay? Prosperous, all right? But we all have free agency. So we still have to choose who we will serve. Even if you are strong-armed into earning money to sustain your life, okay? Because that's been what's been established by the wicked. Even if you are being forced to do this, you still have a choice of your mindset and your heart condition. Your heart and your mind does not have to be centered upon this money, okay? But how do you test whether or not your heart and your mind is centered upon this money? It's where your heart and mind is at when you have abundance thereof. Are you doing what you can to help those that are lacking? Or are you hoarding it? That is the difference. Whether or not you have a generous heart or a selfish, greedy heart. Okay? That comes into play with your master. If you have a selfish and greedy heart, your master is Lucifer. Your master is your lower carnal nature, which is Satan. Okay? But if you have a kind, generous heart with your abundance, then your master is the eternal living power, because you will be having the attributes of that power. Okay? Your master is who you obey. Okay? So there is a way which seemeth right unto a man. The mousetrap of money is your hardened heart when it comes to your money. Okay? And if you have a hardened heart, the end thereof are the ways of death. Okay? The only way to escape death is to humble yourself like a child. Unlearn the wisdom of this world. Okay? Because it was draped in the robes of benevolence that you are being a responsible adult to earn your money and save it in savings accounts. All right? The banks give you interest on that which you have, so now you're able to grow your money. This is a deception of Lucifer. It is bait. All right? The more money you have in the bank account saving it, the more interest it collects and grows. Okay? So this is the demon of greed. All right? And the red carpet has been laid out for you to be more selfish and greedy. The more money you have, the more money you make. Understand, that is the bait. So you got all of this money sitting in a savings account collecting interest. Well, people are suffering. The end thereof are the ways of death. Okay? You got your false pastors, your false preachers, okay? Micah 3:11, her leaders judge for the money, all right? They preach for money. All right? They preach for money. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not selling the oracles of the Great Spirit. No, I'm freely giving it to you. I am freely using my time, energy, and effort to be a willing vessel for the Spirit of truth. And I have every right to do this with my free agency. I don't have to bow down to the God of money. I don't have to spend my time, energy, and effort earning money to sustain my life. My God told me that He will sustain my life. All I have to do is be obedient. So I ain't doing this for money. But your preachers do. Her priests teach for a price, and her prophets prophesy for cash. That means they're motivated and they are controlled by money. Okay? Therefore, they can be persuaded by money. They ain't gonna speak the eternal living word of the Most High for fear that you will stop giving them money. But my ass been out here blatantly speaking this truth by the way of the Spirit, depending upon the Spirit to sustain me. Therefore, I don't have to be cordial and pacify you people with lullabies. I can be bold in this truth, which I've been instructed to do. I ain't here cussing you out, so technically I am being cordial. 'Cause I don't cuss people out. Alright? And nor do I force anything. But I ain't the type of channel that you gonna be on and you're hearing all of these sweet nothings in your ear. Alright? I'm the complete opposite. Alright? I'm a bitter pill, okay? But it's good medicine for you, all right? Bitter herbs is good for you, all right? It cleanses you out, all right? And that's what you people need. That's what I needed, okay? Therefore, when I applied the living word to my life and began living it, my life began to change from the inside out. Okay, and I was instructed to do what I'm doing. All right, so all you people who want what I have, the truth by way of the Spirit, then you're gonna have to do what I did, and there ain't no way around it. And that was humble myself like a child to the Spirit of truth. Okay? Accept the truth, no matter how much it hurt. Okay? Subdue my ego. Let go what I thought I knew. Alright? And relearn via the Spirit of truth. That's what I did. And I applied His truth, His word to my life. And I live it. Okay? That's all it is. Alright? Jeremiah 6:13. From the least to the greatest, all are greedy for gain. Prophets and priests alike, all practice deceit. All of these people, these pulpit pimping pastors, bruh. Alright? Always caught up in some kind of scandal. Alright? Religion deceivers, okay? Because religion itself is a deception. Alright? It's a counterfeit for righteousness. Alright? Religion is counterfeit for righteousness. We were instructed to live a righteous life. Okay? Not a wicked life under the cover of religion, because that's exactly what you're doing. Alright? And these people were not sent by Yahushua HaMashiach. They have rejected the truth of the Most High. Okay? And they're teaching a different doctrine unto you. Alright? A doctrine of money. Alright? Prosperity, material gain. Okay? Well, look how they're living. Alright? You gotta begin to judge the fruit, people. Alright? You're gonna have to begin to judge the fruit. Look how they are living lavishly. That don't come from the Great Spirit. All right? No, not since the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. All right? You cannot skip real history. You cannot skip colonization. All right? Because you are skipping that the earth was allowed into the hands of the wicked. So if the earth is in the hands of the wicked, why are you looking to these people who's been established by the wicked, in their prosperous ways, and you're not getting it. They're prosperous because they serve the God of this world. Okay? The Most High does not see as man sees. All right? We might be coming back to that. We might be coming back to these. All right, 1 second. So yeah, they basically, created a false ass reality. The wicked created a false ass reality. In God we trust. Okay? And so that's why it's inscribed on your money. In God we trust. All right? And they got all the people so busy chasing money that they don't even realize they are enslaved by it. Okay? What does the money machine eat? It eats youth, spontaneity, life, beauty, and above all, it eats creativity. It eats quality and shits quantity. Okay? Tupac once said they have money for war, but can't feed the poor. They got money for what they want to do. All right? They got money for what the hell they want to do. Like they were able to shell out all of that money, all that billions of dollars to Ukraine. All right? Able to shell out all that money to the migrants. All right? But they refuse to give anything to the indigenous people who have been mistreated all of this time and are still prisoners of war in our ancestral land. You need to understand something, people. One basic truth can be used as a foundation for a mountain of lies. And if we dig down deep enough in the mountain of lies and bring out that truth to set it on top of the mountain of lies, the entire mountain of lies will crumble under the weight of that one truth. And there is nothing more devastating to a structure of lies than the revelation of the truth upon which the structure of lies was built, because the shock waves of the revelation of the truth reverberate and continue to reverberate throughout the earth for generations to follow, awakening even those people who had no desire to be awakened to the truth. What is that one truth, people, that the wicked has told us? They have been telling us one truth this entire time, and they established this whole world of lies on top of it. What have they been teaching this whole damn time and indoctrinating us with this whole time about so-called black people, so-called Negroes, that we are slaves, right? That we're nothing but slaves, right? That is one truth, a one very important truth, that they made us slaves. They made us their slaves. They made us property. But see, what they don't tell you is who we were before they did that to us. Well, the children of light have been awakened, and we have been selected by the Great Spirit to give you the clarity and the understanding of this, whether you accept it or not. Okay? Now let's see where we're at in this audio.
And then people are not seeing clearly. Because the wicked has created Pleasure Island.
Yes, people are not seeing clearly, and you got to understand. All right, now this is Pleasure Island, but you got to understand. All right, 1 second. See, the god of Pleasure Island is Satan. Okay, the adversary, Lucifer. Okay, that is the established God of this world. Okay, yes, he established himself. He's getting the glory. All right, he uses subjects to create the economic system. All right, therefore, people are spending their time, energy, and effort pining after a false god of money, which is rewarded to them by Satan. Okay, so that they can live in their carnal flesh in Pleasure Island. All right? So he's providing all that you want in your carnal flesh. All right? You got your money. All right? You got your materialistic things. So now you can just gratify your flesh however you see fit. All right? You get the philosophy, do as thou wilt. All right? That's the satanic mindset. That's their idea of free agency. All right? But they never talk about the consequences thereof. All right? Because you going to reap consequences. You can't possibly think that Pleasure Island is eternal upon the earth. All right? Forcing the righteous to live in this with you. See, all my life you didn't force me to live in Pleasure Island when I had no understanding. Okay? But now I have the understanding and the clarity. Now I understand that, the prince of this world, okay, the god of this world, Satan, the adversary, Lucifer, has blinded the eyes of most people, all right, so that they cannot see. All right? But now I've been given the clarity and the understanding. So I'm instructed to give you the clarity and the understanding. While I'm still here in this world, in this false ass reality, being forced to live in this false ass reality along with you, okay? But you're looking at me like I'm a raving lunatic. All right? Because I am contrary to Pleasure Island. All right? I'm about righteousness. I'm about purity. I'm about honesty. I'm about truth. I'm about real divine love. I'm about authenticity. Okay? All of these things is contrary to Pleasure Island. All right? But this one basic truth that we are speaking is going to shatter the strong delusion. All right? We are bringing the clarity and the understanding, but you keep casting us off as if we're nothing. While you put your trust and faith in your money. You put your trust and faith in this economic system that was constructed by mortal men. That's pure ignorance. Why in the hell would you blow off the eternal truth in order to hold on to this illusion? What the hell are you gonna do when mortal men decide that this money here has no value any longer? What is all of your hundreds of thousands of dollars in your bank accounts gonna do for you then? You should ask yourself that, people.
And then people are not seeing clearly. Because the wicked has created Pleasure Island. So now, no matter what you want in your carnal flesh, you can get that as long as you get money. So they have made money God. They have made God money. Like, that's what they did. And so now, and you even got the freaking religious people, the pastors, all of these religious freaking leaders set themselves up in authority. And they're misleading the people into this prosperity gospel. Like, God wants you prosperous. Like, bruh, no, God wants you to have a good heart. The Most High wants you to have a genuine, kind heart. Wants you to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Okay? But if you got a mindset that God wants you prosperous, then you're not going to care about how you treat your neighbor.
And that's exactly what happened, okay? So now your heart is hardened. You know that the Most High looks upon the heart. All right? You know this, but you just block it out because you figure, well, I really don't know why you doing what you doing, people. Like, I don't understand your logic. All right? Because, you know damn well you can't hide anything from your maker. Okay? So, honestly, I don't get what the hell would make you choose something that's temporary just so that you can please your carnal flesh and perish. Like, I don't understand why you do that. you know I never understood selfish people, bro. I never understood that. Okay, because I've had a different type of heart. All right. um those of us who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of our culture will never be understood, let alone believed or whatever by the masses. Okay, never be understood or accepted. All right, our words is casted off as irrelevant. All right. I used to think that slavery was over too. All right. Yes, I did. All right. I was also indoctrinated. I went through the school system and all of these things. All right. I was taught that they set the slaves free in 1600s and whatnot. You know, but clearly, it's not over. Okay. I know how we are all being enslaved. All right. I am aware that the economic system is a system of perpetual slavery. All right. So no longer can you gaslight me. All right. You're gonna stop demonizing me. All right. Because these people that are in prosperity, um, they got it in great wickedness. All right. So this is all an illusion, a false ass reality that I was born into. All right, and prophesied that I would awaken in a land of my captivity, and that He will bring back to my remembrance who I am, and that I will praise Him in the land of my captivity for the clarity and the understanding of why all my life I seen these nations prosperous while I was impoverished. Okay? Now I have the clarity and the understanding. All right?
This is how Satan is a crafty deceiver. Lucifer is crafty. So, bruh, what you thinking that he's gonna come out with horns and a tail? Bow down and worship me. Bruh, no. He portrays himself as benevolent. It's on the surface, but it's a benevolent thing to have a lot of money. All right, because now you can take care of your life. If someone needed it, you could help them. Okay, you have an abundance. All right, it seems benevolent on surface level, but if you go deeper, you would not need a lot of money. If the wicked did not steal everything that they have and claim that they own lands and seas and all of these things, if the wicked did not set themselves up in authority, you would not need to have a lot of money because everybody would have all the resources that they need to sustain their damn life. There would be no money. There would be no economy. There would be no need for it because the earth sustains the creation.
The earth sustains the creation. Yes, it does. Second. Now, I've shown this many times, alright? No one owns the lands, no one owns the oceans, no one owns the sand. Did these people create any of that? If they did not create it, then they don't own it. Okay? These are given by our Creator. The earth provides for free. Only by the hands of the greedy does the earth require a fee. Okay? Now, American Holocaust. All right. All right. I'm not gonna read all of this. You could take a screenshot. I mean, so you can get the whole thing. Take a screenshot of it. All right. And this is how they destroyed us. Okay, we were forced to march into jungles. All right, forced to march into jungles as the conquistadors enslaved beasts of burden. All right, subject to being herded together and driven from our highland residences. All right, into the coca plantations. All right, we got all kinds of plagues and murderous diseases. Okay, they didn't care. All right, they did not care. All right, even when they were being discouraged to continue it, the Spanish on the scene trying for more precision than their king regarding the matter of Indian mortality estimated that between a third and a half of the annual quota of coca workers died as a result of their 5 month service in the fields. All right, and those who did survive, and the fewer still who lived out the remainder of the year, had only the next round of lethal work to face in the coming season ahead. Alright, still, despite the urgings of the crown, the trade in coca grew because, as Hernando de Santillan put it, down there in the coca plantations, there is one disease worse than all the rest: the unrestrained greed of the Spaniards. Did not care about human life, alright? Only cared about their greed, alright? Their quotas, alright? So understand, people, your time is up. All right, time is up for the wicked and the greedy. All right, they are one and the same. The wicked, greedy people. All right, that want all of the earth and resources to themselves while they got freaking slaves. Okay, time's up for that. Understand, Satan masqueraded as an angel of light. Okay, that's the only reason he was able to deceive the whole world. Okay? He ain't gonna come out with horns and a tail. But people, You need to get this straight. It wasn't poor people on welfare. I don't think this is the right one, but still, yeah, that's irrelevant. Okay, it's greedy employer. Like, bro, just read that. All right. There's something else I need to pull up. All right, understand. Let's see. You blaming the wrong dang people. You want to blame the poor when it's really the rich that are the problem. Okay? And it's asinine as hell. 1 second. This too. Is the world ruled by a small group of hyper wealthy psychopaths? No, it would have been on the news, which is owned by that small group of hyper wealthy psychopaths. 1 second. I don't know the keyword to the one I'm looking for, bruh. Give me just a second. It's some one about, people stacking news. Okay, here. All right, thank you. If a man has an apartment stacked to the ceiling with newspapers, you would call them crazy. All right, a hoarder of newspapers. All right, you call them crazy. If a woman has a trailer house full of cats, we call her nuts. She's hoarding all of these cats. All right? But when people pathologically hoard so much cash that they impoverish the entire nation, we put them on the cover of Fortune magazine and pretend that they are role models. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? How in the hell are you not looking to billionaires and trillionaires? How are you not looking to these people that got an insane amount of money, all right? Insane amount of resources, but yet you want to blame the poor. That is asinine as hell, okay? We should not be impressed by money or social status or job title, but we should be impressed by the heart of people, those who are merciful, those who are kind, those who are generous, those who are loving. These are the people who should be admired and cherished, not debased and hated. Okay? So we live in an upside down, backwards as reality. You are hating the vessels of mercy, love, compassion, empathy, kindness, goodness. Why are you hating us but loving those who lack all of those qualities, but yet they have all the money? What is wrong with you people? Like, I am not saying that I'm seeking clout at all, bruh. But you people are valuing the wrong thing. Okay? We are the first fruits. Alright? So we're living at the peak of the time of the false world. That's why being real gets us shunned. Why speaking the truth gets us scorned and banned and hated and ridiculed and rejected, ostracized. Society is at the tipping point of the height of the illusion. there's nowhere to go from this point, people, other than over the edge in a deception or join the children of light for your redemption. Okay? It takes serious courage to be real right now. So the fact that I've been authentic from the moment that I created this channel all the way to now, and it's been literally outcasted and ghosted, and I've been long suffering and all these things. All I gotta do is continue to be brave and hang in there, because it is the spirit that has been sustaining me all this time. All right? Yes. As long as I continue to endure, the Most High is gonna overturn my captivity. All right? One second. People may hate you for being different and not living by society's standards, but deep down, they wish they had the same courage to do the same. So they band together to try to tear me down. You know? But I'm here to help people. I'll close some of this stuff out, bro. Capitalism is religion. Banks are churches. Bankers are priests. Wealth is heaven. Poverty is hell. Rich people are saints. Poor people are sinners. Commodities are blessings. Money is God in his false ass reality. And it's the same thing given to you by your prosperity pastors with their private jets and their $1 million mansions, their $1 million estates. The Most High don't see as man sees, people. So you're despising me, looking your nose down upon me. You have no idea what you are doing, 'cause the Most High looks at the heart, while you're looking on surface level, superficially, glorifying evil people and scorning and hating his people. And he's looking at your heart the whole damn time. Looking at your mindset the whole damn time. And your heart and your mindset is after money and materialistic things and the carnal pleasures of your flesh. Okay? So you serve your lower carnal nature. You pick your God by your actions, not what you profess out your mouth, not what you psych yourself out to believe in your heart, because your heart has deceived you. Your heart has been corrupted by deception, a strong delusion, and the Most High is going to allow you to hold on to your strong delusion because you refuse to subdue your ego. And the Most High don't force. You got free agency. Nevertheless, I can see clearly, and you people keep casting me off as if I am nothing, to your own detriment. All for prosperity, as if this is going to be eternal, under a pretense of promoting good. The wrath of Satan increases as his time grows short, and his work of deceit and destruction will reach its culmination in the time of trouble. Gentiles and all you nations that have been living the American dream, you have reached the culmination of your wickedness, of your deceit, all right? And of your destruction of the children of light. You've reached your culmination of that because we've been awakened in the land of our captivity. We know who we are now. All right? Now you are in the valley of decision. Okay? Real ones have the courage to be disliked. Because we ain't here to please you. We're here to be a blessing unto you. But we're not here to please you. We're not here to tell you what it is you want to hear. No, we're here to give you that truth by the way of the Spirit. Therefore, it has to be real ones that have the courage to be disliked and hide it. And go through all the long suffering from people shutting up their bowels of compassion because they don't want to hear by way of the Spirit. Okay? Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know where you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Okay? So once the Most High gave me his heart, renewed my mind by way of the Spirit, gave me the clarity and understanding, then I knew to be obedient and just continue to follow the leading of the Spirit. All right? I operate in my purpose. And that's what I've been doing. We're 52 minutes into this. And find out where we're at.
Why don't you go look at some of these pictures on Google? When you look up gold in the Vatican, when you look up gold with the Queen and now the King, all right? Why do they have these things stored in vaults? Like, bruh, you impoverish nations of people just so that you can walk down there and look at all the pretty gold? You got it sitting on shelves while people are freaking starving to death. You got it sitting on shelves while people are literally homeless. This is abominable. These people get extreme access, and then you get utter poverty. This is great wickedness. Why in the hell are more people rising up against this? It's absolutely crazy that y'all want to try to stonewall me. Well, like, what the hell is that, bro? And so that's why I started this out saying, if I did not have the Spirit, it would have broke me. I cried daily. Because, even though I understood, I didn't understand. I understand why the wicked hate me. That's a given, okay? I get why the wicked hate me. But I did not understand why I was ostracized by those who claim they love me, by those who claim they're family. That's what got me the most, is when they deserted me. It hurt, bro. And my flesh and blood family, how they ostracized me. And so I was kind of leaning on the Hebrew community. They were my family. They were replacing my natural birth family you know, and with filling that void. And now, here I'm walking with the Most High. I'm being obedient, you know, I'm being loving, I'm being genuine, and then all of a sudden, bam, now the Hebrew community turned their back on me over trivial things. That's not even a sin. It's not even a sin. A title is not a sin, okay? It's like what you do, your deeds. And unfortunately, many of these brothers and sisters were still engaging in sexual sins. But here I'm pure before the eyes of my Maker, celibate. But they want to be mad at me because I call myself a trans man. And so they literally blow up on me and turn their back on me because the Most High can't possibly use no transgender. You don't even know who you are. You are a woman. Da 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 da. Like, bro, you got your preconceived ideology. I get it. All right? But not every female born upon this earth is going to fit the gender role that has been assigned by mortals. Okay?
Now, today, as I flow by way of the Spirit every day. All right, but today I came across a video, and I don't watch too much from this channel because I don't agree with everything, but it just floored me that it was confirmation of what I had received by way of the Spirit and was led to uncover by way of the Spirit dealing with gender. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this channel right quick. And I left a comment. I left a comment on it. 1 second, if I can find it, bro. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Come on now.
Just text, I know it.
Bruh, I be tired of it loading the freaking video before the page. Alright, so let me go ahead and bring you guys over. And my computer is lagging like crazy. Alright. Now,
what is a transgender then?
hold on.
What is a transgender then? Because a lot of these transgenders are going to get their sex changed.
I really wish this thing would cooperate. I was trying to freaking read the thing here. Alright, so starting at 49:59 is straight confirmation on a spiritual download I received concerning, quote, gender, and why I never fit into the category I was assigned at birth. All my life, people been trying to force me into their boxes / categories, which I didn't fit. Now's the time for all this truth to explode in the face of superficial, closed-minded, narcissistic people that acted as if I was the problem, when the whole time I was genuine to who I am. Not who society said I should be. Alright? So, one more time, let's go back.
What is a transgender then? What is a transgender then? Because a lot of these transgenders are going to get their sex changed. A lot of the transgenders are going to get sex changes. And they're not being properly identified as transsexuals. What is a transgender then? Well, in order for you to understand what a transgender would be, you would need to understand what gender is. You would have to understand what gender is, which most people don't know what gender is. Now, I just gave you the breakdown on transsexual, which deals only with the reproductive organs. That means that sex and gender are not the same thing, even though y'all use them interchangeably. Sex and gender are not the same thing. So what is sex? When a child with an XY chromosome and a functioning SRY gene is born, and it's got a miniature Peter Whacker, that is a male. The sex is male. The gender would be boy. Because the gender is a social creation or a social construct that says, in this box, we gonna have the color blue, G.I. Joe, sports, guns. We're gonna put all this in this box. And when this male comes out, we're going to assign him this box. Boy. If a XX chromosome child comes out, they got another box. This box is labeled as girl. And in it, it has a bunch of stuff that she gets assigned, which is the color pink, easy bake oven, baby dolls, and all this other stuff. She don't get a choice what she like. We just gonna give you that box. The boxes are gender. Now, here is the technical definition of a transgender. If a female child, XX, comes out and she likes the color blue and playing with G.I. Joe and climbing trees, that's opposite of what society had assigned her before she came out with XX. She likes the opposite box. Her personality is of the opposite box. So what does society call someone like that? I know y'all know the name. What does society label a person like that?
I was called a dyke. Like, when I didn't even know the term. She's not going to use that term. It's a more universal term. A tomboy. Okay? So, initially, I was considered a tomboy, but in school, they didn't call me a tomboy in school. The kids were cruel, all right? So this is where I would hear the term dyke was amongst the kids, and my grandmother asked me one day if I was a dyke, and I think by then I was a little bit older, but the first time that I heard the term dyke, it was from kids. All right, and this is before I ever even done anything, to warrant that stigma. All right, I didn't even know what the term meant. All right, I was confused on what they meant. But that's what I was labeled. All right, in my neighborhood, growing up and going to school and just being naturally myself, I was labeled a dyke. Okay.
Who came out XX and aligns with the color blue, sports, and climbing trees in the other box. What would that be? Seem like it's taking y'all a while, or there we go. That would be labeled a tom what? A tomboy. A tomboy is a girl or a female child whose personality and character traits align with the box that society created that is assigned to XY chromosomes. That would be an example of a transgender.
Right, because we don't fit, like, I never fit the social construct of the gender that I was assigned at my birth because of my sex that I was born. So because I was born the sex female, there was these there was these expectations, all right, that I was expected to live up to, all right, and because I did not live up to these expectations of what it meant in this society to be born in a female body, it caused me to have a life of hell. Okay? That's just one aspect in why my life was hell. Okay? And I had no understanding. I just was like, why can't I be me? Why are you trying to force me into a box, into a category in which I don't fit? I did not understand why I was being forced into a box. But they were trying to force me into a feminine box. They were trying to force me to be feminine. And because I wasn't, they called me rebellious. They called me evil. They demonized me. I grew up in Christianity, so they all lay hands on me trying to pray out the evil spirit of masculinity. It never worked because it's not an evil spirit. Okay? The Father just made me different. Okay? I am celibate. I've been celibate since I started my channel, since before I started my channel. Well, since before I posted a video. Alright? Since before I posted the video, I was celibate. Alright? So, there you have it. Alright? Gender is a social construct. Alright? So, even the pronouns, the terms, alright, you like my family, and even my family today, to this day, alright, they still want to, refer to me, by my assigned gender, okay? Even though I don't fit that, right? I don't fit it. So they still use, feminine pronouns and all of these things, even though I'm not feminine. I am naturally masculine, predominantly. Alright? Though I do have some feminine qualities, I'm not saying that I'm lacking feminine qualities because we all have both. Alright? However, for me, masculinity is more dominant than femininity. Okay? But all my life I was demonized for that. And it was portrayed like people tried to say that it was because I'm evil. That it's because I have an evil spirit. Alright? But they were lacking understanding. They were in a dogmatic belief system and trying to force that upon me. And I just wanted to be me. Alright?
Transgender has absolutely nothing to do with your sex change. A person could be all three.
Yes.
They could be transgender, tomboy, liking to cross-dress and wear boy clothes. That would be also a transvestite. Then they could go and change their sex organs, which would be a transsexual. They could be all three.
They could be all three. But see, the Most High stopped me in my tracks from getting a sex change. Alright? That's the first video that you'll find on my channel. Alright? And those who are new to my channel, this is what you will see when you come to my channel.
Welcome to my life.
Alright? Welcome to my life. Alright? 1 second. So, this is an introduction video explaining a little bit about who I am, how the Most High Almighty met me where I was, picked me up and told me I am a set apart one, chosen for His kingdom, to what? Live a righteous life. To get rich and live lavishly? No, but to live a righteous life. All right? I knew this was my first video. All right? So I knew that he chose me for his kingdom to live a righteous life. That means to be obedient and demonstrate his qualities upon the earth in my mortality. Okay? He called me to be a light in a world full of darkness. All right? I am one of the first fruits. Okay? To spread love, plant seeds, water planted seeds, and to just overall be a vessel of honor. This is what I have been doing this entire time, while people have been blatantly ignoring it and casting it off as if it is nothing. We are all vessels, whether we choose to yield our vessels to dishonorable things or honorable things. I have chosen to be a part of the glorious kingdom of the Most High. This is my journey that I will share with you. Okay? I have been genuine and authentic in what the Father has given unto me. Okay? So, really, I am living in an upside down, backwards ass reality because authentically, I should be loved. All right? In the real reality, I would be loved for being genuine, for being pure-hearted, for being kind, for being like my daddy, being like my maker, okay? Like my heavenly Father, all right? Yes, demonstrating his attributes upon the earth in my mortality. I should be being loved. I should not be being hated. I should not be being scorned. The only reason that I am going through that is because we are living in Satan's kingdom. Okay? Therefore, righteousness is scorned. All right? Real divine love is discarded as nothing and of no value. Okay? If it's not tangible, if it's not something that you can readily use for your benefit right away, such as money and or materialistic things, it is casted off as if it's nothing, but yet is eternal. And you're casting off what's eternal for that which is temporary. And you don't see it. But all of this time, I have had to be with the truth, even while being alone, having nobody that I could call upon other than the Most High. If it wasn't for his spirit, it would have broke me. Put yourself in my shoes, people. Would you like to be blatantly ignored? Would you like to be ghosted and outcasted by everybody who you thought was your extended family, your brew family? All right? We all came into this truth. We know who we are. And all of a sudden they turn their back on you because of their dogmatic belief system. All of these people missing the message because they are too busy trying to find fault in the messenger. Surface level, trivial bullcrap. Don't you understand that the Most High uses those who are despised of the earth? Don't you realize that he uses the misfits, the outcasted, the lowly, the poor, the meek, the humble. Don't you realize this? Don't you realize he don't use the prominent, wealthy people? No. Not until they have a new heart and a new mind. And how you think they're going to get that when all they've been pursuing is the materialistic things? No, they will have to come across a child of light, and they will have to be given the heart to be able to receive us. And the only way that they could get the heart and the mindset to be able to receive us is to subdue their ego and then become righteous ams. That is why they have to cleave to the children of light. All right? And many times I've brought out many things dealing with the children of light. All right? The children of light, the purpose of the seeding of us was to create a people of light who would have a higher capacity to think universally and a physical structure able to perceive higher vibrational frequencies than a mass of humanity. All right? I have been able to receive and perceive a higher vibrational frequency. All right? I'm able to receive the oracles by way of the Spirit. I was already perceiving that something was not right, that something was wrong. Okay? Understand that something better is coming. The whole creation has been waiting with eager longing for what the Most High is about to bring about. Every blade of grass and chirping bird waits for the Most High to set right what wicked people have put wrong. Okay? It's time to take a stand. Understand we live in an upside down world, people. And woe to those who call good evil and evil good, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. This is what we're living in. Why are you demonizing the pure of heart? Why are you demonizing those of us who are loving, compassionate, merciful, empathetic, here to help you? Why are you hating us and loving the people who set themselves up in authority and then raped, robbed, and murdered and stole all the resources for themselves, poisoning it and selling it back to the public? Why are you admiring them people? You need to ask yourself this, people. You need to ask yourself these things. Understand what world you're living in. Okay? It's time to wake up. It's time to stop sleeping, people. All right? The answers are not going to be floating on the surface. You're going to have to dig deep for them. And the children of light, we're well hidden. All right? Because they suppress our channels. They suppress our posts. The powers that be. All right? We're quote unquote unpopular. All right? I noticed the other day that Facebook was literally shaving off 2 likes. All right? It was showing 7 in the studio when I clicked on content. When I clicked on content, I could see that it was saying I had 7 likes, no dislikes. And I had another page up on the video, on the exact video that I was watching, um, reviewing, and it had 5 likes. Alright, and it kept rolling back to 2 likes. So it kept doing this over and over. It would go from 5 likes to 2 likes and back to 5 likes. But the whole time I'm sitting here looking in the studio at how it's saying that it's 7 likes. So only I can see that it's actually 7 likes. But to the public, they're showing 5 likes and 2 likes. Like, bruh, so this how they hide us. This how they hide the truth. Alright, so when you click on one of my videos and it has very low likes, it has very low views, understand that that is being manipulated so that you will pass it up, so that you will think it's not popular, so clearly I ain't got nothing important to say. But it ain't about me. It's about the spirit of truth. Therefore, I know that eventually, when it's time, there's going to be nothing that these wicked people can do to stop his truth from going forward. And for the right ones to find the channels that is his. Alright? So, only those who are seeking clout and status and honors of men, only they would let it shake them. Only they would be the ones that would be like, well, ain't no point to continue to do this. Even though I've asked myself, I'm like, Father, what is the point? These people don't want your word. They don't care. What is the point of me spending my time, energy, and effort doing this? I am spending my time doing this. I'm spending my energy doing this. I'm putting all my effort in this. I put my heart and soul in this. But people keep spitting on it. People keep pissing on it. People keep casting it off as if it's nothing. And I'm suffering. Like, Father, how much longer? Like, I have asked the Father this repeatedly. That ain't because I'm seeking clout and honors of men and any of that, but the promise that he has promised unto me, that I will be able to soar in my purpose, that I will be happy, that I will be free from up under economic slavery and tyranny of the worst of the heathen, forcing me against my will to have to earn money in order to sustain my life. But I have had to go through hell awaiting the promise. So, people, I'm going to find out where we're at in this audio. This is what it's like, you know. So I had to be strong and of good courage. Not fear what could happen to me, to where I allowed it to make me run away. Alright? Make me depend upon money to sustain my life. Okay? It was hard. You know, the second time my internet got cut off, I was like, Father, this it ain't working. So clearly, my net's cut again. I need to go get a job. I need some income. I'm not trying to be homeless on top of not having the internet. This don't make sense to me. All right? But he did not let me go out there and get no job. He, kept confirming that I'm doing the right thing. Be still. Don't run anywhere. This is all a part of the process. Even though I did not understand. I'm like, Father, you said that you would increase us at our last end, but my internet ended up getting cut off. When I had notices to vacate on the door. And I'm like, Father, the rent is late and it's piling up late fees. Isn't this Like you said that you would come through for me. Like, why do I have a notice to vacate? It didn't make sense in my human mind. But yet I am still here. I am not homeless. I have internet again. And I did not have to go plying after money in order to get it. Okay? So be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. But the Most High thy power, it is he that doeth go with you. He will not fail you, nor forsake you. Okay? This connected to that one scripture that I was given, all right, when I first was told to do this by way of the Spirit. Okay? My son, if you come to serve the Most High, prepare your soul for temptation. Set your heart all right and constantly endure. Constantly endure. Constantly endure. What in the hell would I have to endure? Oh, all the hatred, the ridicule, the ostracizing, the lonely birds, the long suffering, all of these trials and tribulations, all of this. That is what I had to endure. But the people that got their money and all of their materialistic things, they're not enduring anything. They're living lavishly. They're eating and drinking and giving themselves in marriage, pleasing themselves. They are lovers of this world. But I am a detester of this world. So I had to constantly endure and make not haste in times of trouble, not run anywhere. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that you may be increased at your last end. Whatever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully and be patient when you are changed to a low estate. I was made to understand losing your internet, receiving notices to vacate on your door when your rent is only $25 per month, receiving a notice to vacate is being changed to a low estate. That these people don't even care about you to help you with $25. Okay? Yes. Someone that's seeking clout and status and honor of men would have let that go to their heart. Would have been like, these people, they despise me that much. I'm literally nothing. I'm nothing to these people, and they would have allowed that to consume them. Okay? But therefore it did not consume me. Because I'm not seeking the clout and the honors of men. I'm not seeking status or none of that trivial, vain crap. Alright? I'm literally being obedient to my divine mission. So, I had to be patient being changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in a fire. How would you respond and react to go through all that I have had to go through? What would you have done? Would you have left the work of the Father that you knew in your heart and in your spirit was right? Would you have left that to go earn money? Because everybody shut up their bowels of compassion from you, and you had to go long periods of time lacking many things that you wanted and needed? The uncertainty of not knowing whether you are going to be casted onto the street? The uncertainty of how long you were going to be without internet? How many of you would have rolled with all of that, trusting the Father to make it all turn around for your good Even though I still don't see the full manifestation of his promises, I see that he does have me. My life is in his hands. All right? My hands are tied when it comes to financial situations and circumstances that I'm in. Because I've been instructed to focus on my purpose, on my divine mission. Operating in my purpose by faith and not by sight. Therefore, I don't have money. I am not generating any income. I am not earning any money. Okay, so I am dependent upon the Spirit to sustain me. All right? So gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. What would you have done if the whole Hebrew community ostracized you, excommunicated you, ignore every single thing that you post, ghost you, act like you don't even exist? Would you disable your account like I seen many brothers did that was posting the truth? There's many brothers that and it's not a shot against their character. It's just that they could not take, the ghosting, all right, the ostracization. They couldn't take the heat of the adversity, all right. So therefore, they went ahead and disabled their accounts on Facebook. They're no longer posting. All right. There's several brothers that did that. All right. There's several, not just brothers but sisters too. All right. They just they couldn't deal with the ghosting. All right. I was pretty much the only one that was showing love to their posts. All right. Trust in him and he will help you. Order your way all right and trust in him. All right? Obey him and he will help you. Order your way all right. The Spirit will lead and guide you when you are obedient. And when you know that the Spirit is leading and guiding you, that the Spirit is ordering and ordaining your steps, then you know for a certainty that you can trust in him. All right? And that's how I have been able to stand, people. All right? Not because I'm trusting in people to take care of me. All right? Because people have shut up their bowels of compassion. And I have had to go through long periods of time of long suffering. All right, and it's all on the channel as a testimony, as a witness. All right, because I am a living witness. It's all biblical prophecy. All right, let's find out where we are in this audio. We might be wrapping this up, people. Let's see where we're at.
So just because you can't wrap your head around that, don't mean that, transgenderism doesn't exist. All it is the fact that there is a few of us that don't fit the gender role. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But this world has made a big deal out of it. And it's completely perverted it.
Yes, this is what happened, people. All right, and I think I'm going to pick this part up tomorrow so that we can really nip this in the bud, people. All right, we gotta nip this in the bud, and I think tomorrow we'll be finishing this up. We gotta nip this whole gender thing in the bud, bruh, because that's something that society created. All right. No one can deny sex. The body that you're born, the sex organs that you have, even when you get a sex change, you're not going to change your biological sex. You can appear that you have, all right, on surface level. And even if you do get your uterus taken out and your fallopian tubes and all of that, you know, biologically you're still gonna be a female. You're just gonna appear to be male if you get a sex change. All right, if you become a transsexual, all right. But biologically, DNA wise, you're still gonna be a female, no matter what kind of surgery you had done on your body. You know, any scientist would be able to see your skull and your frame, your natural, your bone frame, your bone structure and whatnot, and see that you were female. All right, your rib cages, like all of that. Okay, you're not gonna change your biological makeup. All right, and the same with males. All right, you're not gonna change your biological makeup. All right, you can, and males it's harder even for them to appear to be women, even if they do get a sex change. All right, so that being said, people, you gotta understand that sex is sex. All right? It is not the same thing as gender, because gender is society's interpretation of our sex. All right? And we're going to go into detail on this tomorrow, and I've done other videos going into detail on this. So it'll be basically a pretty much a recap of that. All right, but people, you gotta get over your dogmatic belief systems. All right, you're demonizing the wrong people. All right, so on that note, shalom.